Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 30 must-haves you should have on your registry. Issue that I ran into was I put a lot of stuff on my registry that I didn't personally use, or my baby just didn't need them and I felt like I really could have went without them, so I had to do a few returns of things instead of using them or keeping them, or I ended up just giving them away. So when it comes to registries, a lot of times we get excited, especially as a first-time mom. You've never had a baby before, you don't know what you're gonna need, you don't know what's gonna work, and a lot of times let's take TikTok for instance. We see everyone using certain things and we're like, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need this for my baby. I want this for my baby. And then you don't even use half of the things that you've asked for or you've put on your registry. Or sometimes, like me, some things I bought on my own, off my own registry because maybe I felt like somebody wasn't buying it or they bought something else instead. So I went and bought a bunch of stuff, and then I ended up returning a lot of it because a lot of it was unnecessary. Like my child didn't even use a lot of that stuff. So I just picked 30 items by looking at my own registry and realizing what I used and felt like was a must-have for me. Number one, diapers. You can never have enough diapers. Diapers is one of the things that I'm so glad that I put so many of on my registry. And on the registries, on the websites, you're able to put how many boxes or how many items of the same thing that you want. So they'll tell you like how many boxes of ones, or you put the item and it'll tell you like, oh, how many. Listen, with the diapers, I'm so happy that I went in and put so many because I'm set. I feel like I'm set for really a whole year, or at least almost up to a year, maybe 9-10 months. And that's good. I haven't had to go buy diapers. I only bought another box of newborns, and I'm kind of mad that I did that. That was at the beginning. I had, my baby was really small. And she was in newborns for longer than what I thought. So I ended up buying another box of newborns. And as soon as I bought that box of newborns, she switched over to size ones. So that's the only thing that kind of like was like, oh, dang. But I have every size you can think of, from newborn to size 4, I think. I didn't ask for any sizes higher than that. I just stopped at 4 because I'm hoping after size 4, she's gonna be potty trained. So I made sure diapers. Diapers was number 1 on my list. Next, wipes. I have tons and tons of wipes. Wipes are over there too, but wipes. I put a lot of number of wipes on my registry. Also, diaper bag. There's so many different diaper bags. I ended up choosing a diaper bag with a changing space in it to change her diaper. I don't even use that. I honestly don't use it. I like the diaper bag in general because it's very spacious, but it doesn't matter. Whatever diaper bag you feel like you need, get a diaper bag. That is something that you will use. The diaper bag will become your own purse. Like, there is no diaper bag plus a purse plus a baby carrier, none of that. Your diaper bag is your purse for your belongings and your baby's belongings. So diaper bag is important. And these are in no type of order, but those are the first things that I thought about. So you'll realize like some of this stuff is out of order or no specific order to it. Portable changing pad. So like I said, my diaper bag has a changing section in it, but I actually chose to get a separate foldable changing pad, portable folding changing pad to put in my diaper bag also, because when you go places, like you're in the mall, they have the changing tables, but they never have the pads in them. So my mom was like, hey, I think you should get this because it will help when you're out in public. And because I don't use the bag, the easiest thing is to lay that out and put it somewhere. It keeps your baby sanitary. You don't have to put them on anything. And it's also waterproof, which helps out a lot when, let's say, they pooped up their bag, which my baby did a lot of. Number 5, onesies. Long sleeve and short sleeve onesies. My child wears a lot of long sleeve and short sleeve onesies. Have different colors, different styles, but I will say have long sleeve and short sleeve options. That is very, very, very important, especially as the seasons change and babies, they're not able to keep up their temperature as well as us. So definitely long sleeve and short sleeve, so you can switch however. Also pants, baby pants. So when it comes to onesies, like they just have onesies on, but their legs are out. So of course you need pants. Number 7, sleepers, which is the full body with the arms and the legs and the feet in. I didn't have a lot of those on my registry, and I wish I did get more, so I didn't myself have to go buy any or buy more, but add those to your registry, guys, because my baby is in those a lot, especially at the beginning of her life. Like as a newborn, she was in those a lot, and onesies. Burp cloths. You can never have too many burp cloths. You can never have too many burp cloths, especially when they get to the point of excess saliva, hands in the mouth. Also, my child has reflux, so burp cloths come in handy a lot of times. When babies burp, they might spit up a little bit. Lifesaver. I'm going through burp cloths like crazy. So I'm glad that I asked for a lot of them. So washing is not something that I have to do frequently because I have many, many, many burp cloths. Hooded towels and washcloth sets for bath time. They come in handy. That's self-explanatory. Soap and lotion set. My child uses Aveeno. Baby's skin is very sensitive, so you will just have to figure out which one works for you, but definitely put that on your registry. Baby hats. Hats are very important, especially at the beginning of their lives, especially as newborns and the following months, especially if your child is born like in the winter time. Mine was born in September, getting to the colder months as she was going beyond. So hats. Also bathtub, baby bathtub. Some people say they didn't use their bathtub, but I used my bathtub. My bathtub came in handy, still to this day comes in handy. Receiving blankets. Receiving blankets, they're used to swaddle the baby. Sometimes the hospital gives you those, but I will put some on your list because you will swaddle your baby. I stopped swaddling my baby a little early. I wish that I didn't, because it would have allowed her to sleep a little better if they are swaddled like they are in the womb. But also those are used to cover up the carrier or just put a blanket over them while they're sleeping as they get a little older, because they're not supposed to sleep with blankets when they're a newborn. But yes, you can never have enough receiving blankets. Also, baby bibs. Baby bibs come in handy when, of course, they start to have excess saliva, hands in the mouth, and also like my child who spits up. So, if I can't catch it with a burp cloth, I can catch it with a bib. But she didn't start wearing bibs until a few weeks ago, and she is 3 months going on 4. Number 15, Aquaphor. I chose to do Aquaphor for diaper rash cream, and Aquaphor has done me wonders. She has yet to have a diaper rash at all. Also, I use Aquaphor on top of her lotion. On top of Aveeno lotion, I use Aveeno lotion and Aquaphor mixed together, rub it together, and put on her skin. It just gives extra moisture for her skin. She has dry skin, so that helps out a lot. Also, a cradle cap brush. A lot of times babies as newborns, you know, as the month goes on, they say until about 6 months they will get cradle cap. Sometimes, not every baby's the same, but my baby has cradle cap, had cradle cap. It comes off and on. So this brush that is on the screen has done us wonders. Also, the Mustela cradle cap shampoo, that's done wonders for us. It's specifically for a cradle cap. I think it's organic. It lathers perfectly, and you know, it lifts up the cradle cap very well. So I haven't had any problems with it. I did try using the Aveeno by itself as the shampoo, because the Aveeno soap that she uses for you know, body wash can be used as shampoo too, but it didn't pull up the cradle cap the way I needed it to. Number 18, baby laundry detergent. I decided on Dreft. They have a couple different options. You'll just have to do your research on that, but I use Dreft, and that I use to wash her clothes. I don't use any dryer sheets or anything. I actually don't dry her clothes. I only dry like her blankets and her bibs, socks, stuff like that, that will not shrink, that doesn't affect her and what she wears, because I did realize that drying her clothes does shrink sometimes. Like, I don't know if her dryer is too hot or whatever the case may be, but I noticed that some of her clothes were shrinking when I was drying them, so I just hang them up. But I use Dreft to wash her clothes, and it's a very light detergent, non-scented, and it's great. It's done us wonders, so that's what I use. Number 19, the bassinet. Now, have a bassinet on your registry, but let me tell you, my bassinet has become a storage area. My baby sleeps with me. That is one of the mistakes that I did make, allowing her to sleep with me since the day she came home. I was tired, and I realized putting her in the bed with me helped her sleep. That does not work for everyone. I say still have a bassinet and try to put your child in it. I wish that I did. Now, I love cuddling with my baby, but there are some times where I want to roll over and I want to just stretch out. So don't start something that, you know, you regret. Now, let me not say regret. That sometimes you will like to change. So put the bassinet on there and try it from the beginning. Try it and try to stick to it as much as you can. Number 20, boppy pillow. I have a boppy pillow, the nursing pillow that goes around your body and helps you nurse. I mostly use that for her to sit in, her to lean in, her to sit in, all of that. So it came in handy for us. You can use it for nursing. I didn't use it for a long time for that, but it still has come in handy. There's also a pillow. I can't remember the name of it. I'm just gonna insert a picture, but it has the middle part in it. I actually got this from one of my family members who has children, and she was just wanting to get rid of it, so she gave it to me. My baby loves laying in that, especially like if I'm in the shower. I'll just put it in there so she can be in the bathroom with me. It has came in handy. So I say get the one for nursing and get the one with the middle so your baby can just lay in it, because at an early age, like a newborn, they can't really be in the boppy. Like, I was putting my baby in a boppy when she was wrapped in a blanket, but she couldn't be in it by herself because it would, like, she would sink down and like wrong with her neck and stuff like that. So I say get both or one or the other, whatever works for you. Number 21, diaper genie and refills. The diaper genie, I love my diaper genie. I've had people tell me, you don't need that, you're not going to use that, you're not going to use that. But hey, my Diaper Genie has come in handy. I love it. It keeps the smell away. It's very convenient. It's in the room. Just step on that button, plop that diaper in, and you're done. You also, let me tell you, you have to keep up with the carbon filters. If you get the Playtex, I think I have the Playtex Diaper Genie. It comes with a carbon filter when you first get it. You need to buy the extra carbon filters, and I think I put that as 22. The extra carbon filters for the Diaper Genie. The bags themselves usually have a smell, a slight scent to them that should mask the smell, but the carbon filters are what keeps the smell away. So make sure y'all get that on top of the Diaper Genie with the refill containers. Number 23, breast pump. I have 2 manual breast pumps and 2 electric breast pumps. I have the Haka, which is a manual pump that you just put on your breast to catch the milk, and it does the work by itself. And then I have the manual pump that I squeeze myself from Medela. And then I have an electric pump from Medela and the electric Mom Cozy, the portable ones that I can walk around the house without being attached to an outlet. So each one, I love each one for its own reasons. I will say the Medela manual pump does clear me out the best, but of course that makes you have to do the work yourself. I don't use it as often anymore, but when I was first starting to pump, I had to use that to clear me out the most. Now my Mom Cozy does very well. At first it wasn't doing what it needed to do, but now that's the one that I use at work. That way I can do clients and pump at the same time without having to be attached to wires. And then sometimes when I'm at home, I'll use my electric Medela, because I will say it does work a little faster to get the milk out, and I won't have to sit there for too long. Usually with my Mom Cozy, I will have to let it go for whatever duration of time that it has set on the monitor by itself. But with the Medela, I can sit there, and I think that time for the Mom Cozy might be 15 minutes. But I think with the Medela, I might be able to get milk out in 7 minutes and be done, and fill up a whole bottle and a half and be cleared out. So it just depends on the time and the day and what, you know, I'm doing at the time. Also with breast pumps, you're eligible through your insurance to get a breast pump for free. So make sure you guys research that. I will put in the description box or on the screen what website I used to get my breast pump through my insurance. My doctor did have to write the prescription or okay the order to go through the company, but they kind of dealt with all of that. As soon as you put your insurance in, it'll send the prescription request to your doctor, and all of that should be done without you having to do much work. Along with the breast pump milk storage bags. That's what I use to store my breast milk. I use the Medela kind. There are different ones out there. Some of them are exactly the same. They just have a different brand's name on it, but I use the Medela kind and I love those. So they hold about 5 or 6 ounces, but I don't put anything more than 3, 4 or 5, but not really 5, mostly 3 and 4 ounces in those bags at a time. Number 25. So I have bottles on this list. Funny story, my daughter has decided that she doesn't want to drink from a bottle, but bottles are necessary. Everyone does not breastfeed. I definitely think one thing that everybody should try or should do when it comes to putting bottles on your registry is maybe have like 3 different types of bottles, not a bunch of them, but maybe 1 of each type that you choose, that you would like to try. I think that was probably something that I should have done And so I'm advising everybody, pick 3, choose one of each of those 3, like put 3 of each of those on your registry and allow people to buy them, and try to figure out which bottle works for you. My child does not like bottles at all. Like, she's like, it's not the breast, mom, I don't want it, so don't try it. I'm gonna try bottles again, but at the moment she's not feeling it, so we'll see. Update on that soon. Mylicon drops. Mylicon drops are gas relief drops. I did have gripe water, but let me tell you, I tried gripe water one time and I felt like it chokes my baby. So I was like, I threw it away, and I looked it up, and that is actually a very common thing. As organic and, you know, vegan as gripe water is, there have been some very, very, very bad horror stories on using gripe water, and I thought that something was about to happen, or I was gonna have to like do the Heimlich. But they say that gripe water is actually very thick, so it can get stuck in your baby's throat and it's hard for them to swallow. They're used to something, they're used to milk. Milk is basically like water, like, so it's too thick for your baby. In my opinion, I choose Mylicon drops. That's something that my mom recommended. She also used it on me as a baby, and it did wonders for her stomach, gas relief, all of that. If I ever had trouble with her needing to go to sleep after, you know, a feeding or something, or she was just really gassy based on what I ate, you know, the day before, a couple hours before, Mylicon drops were great for us. Next is the baby wrap carrier. Can't remember the brand that I have. It will be on the screen, but I liked it. It allowed me to be able to move around the house freely without my hands being tied up from holding her. When she's there, she falls asleep. I actually walked around the mall with her one time, and it was perfect. She slept the whole time. It just allowed me some freedom to move around and her also be asleep on me, because the babies love to be by a heartbeat, so that works out. She's getting a little too big for that, so I'm actually probably going to use a regular baby carrier, but for the first few months that did work out for us. Baby bottle drying rack and brush cleaner set. Brush cleaner set. Yes, like I said, I wasn't using bottles like that, but I would use them to catch my milk. So I would have to obviously clean them with the brush and put them on the drying rack, because I don't put anything in the dishwasher. I do sterilize them in boiling hot water, but in general, you have to clean them first. And along with that, I would go ahead and say the baby bottle soap. That's the soap that's recommended. You shouldn't use Dawn. It's not good for the baby. It's like too, you know, harsh for the baby's digestive and, you know, just them in general. So baby bottle soap you should use along with the baby bottle drying rack and the baby bottle brush. The brushes are made to get in the crevices of the bottles and make sure that you get in those tiny nooks and crannies that, you know, your hand can't or a towel can't. So yes. Next, I think this might be the last thing, which is baby travel system, car seat, and stroller. Do your research, figure out which one works for you, but I definitely say use a travel system because they both come together. The car seat clicks in the stroller, so when you're out, you don't have to worry about taking the baby out, you know, until they get to that age where they don't have to be in the car seat or the carrier anymore. But it, you know, attaches to the car seat, they come together, all of that. So, you know, buy them as one. I wouldn't mix brands until you are using the stroller and they've moved to the bigger car seat, where, you know, at that point they're like one and a half, you know what I'm saying? So you're not even taking the car seat out of the car. But for the time being, when you're taking the car seat out of the car, use the entire system. Do your research, look at reviews, look at YouTube videos about which one you're choosing to purchase. That's what I did. So I think that was it, and I hope this helps someone. I hope that, you know, with my many stories of why I chose what I chose, I hope that, you know, some of this advice helped someone. First time mom, second time mom. Definitely will take some of this advice whenever I choose to, or if I choose not to, have another one. So guys, thanks for coming to my video, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.